Two words again today. Two words. Be vulnerable. Those words keep coming back to me. So it's Sunday morning, 7:54 a.m. Getting ready to ride my bike 23 miles out to some friends for some time together, a fellowship. So this morning, those words, be vulnerable. So why be vulnerable? It opens our heart. And if we're not vulnerable, feelings stay stuffed and they affect us negatively. They affect us emotionally, our mood, they can start affecting us physically. But when we're vulnerable, we open our heart. When we need help, we're willing to say help, even though it's scary. It's scary to say help because sometimes it's like, well, I might get criticized, or people might think less of me, or maybe there won't be help. But vulnerability opens up growth. It opens our heart to love. So, like, just for example, do you know me talking to you right now? I'm being vulnerable. Like, some of you might be watching this and be critical of me, or not agree with me, and sometimes I may hear about it. So it's really easy to let something like that kind of discourage you. But you know, the pros outweigh the cons. It's something I've always tried to practice. Be vulnerable, open my heart. Don't be afraid of asking for help. And I'm not perfect at it. I still get afraid. I still worry about criticism. I still worry about people not thinking well of me, or have all those insecurities we all have. So, but it opens us up to being loved. It opens us up to processing our feelings, processing our fears and doubts, processing our failures, being able to apologize for them, being able to learn from them, being able to grow, and finding the people then we discover the people that really love us, that have the tools to help us, have the time and resources to help us. And it will help us focus on those that help us. One of the things that I do not like about being human is that we can hear 10 positive things about us, and one person can say something negative, or even just something we perceive as negative, and that's all we focus on. It's like, oh, I'm no good, they don't like me. And so again, we can be vulnerable, and we can admit that struggle, and we can find resources and people that help us through that help us change our mindset, change our heart set. So today, practice being vulnerable. When you need help, say help. A couple little ways I practice being vulnerable is when I don't understand something, when I feel like I should, or I think other people should think I understand it, even when they're just explaining something to me, I try to say, hey, if I don't understand it, I don't understand it. Or they say a word, and I'm like, man, I don't know that word. I'm an educated person. I should know that word. I say, you know, I don't know that word. Can you explain that to me? Or I don't understand what you just said. Or I'm sorry, I wasn't listening like I should have. And if you can't do something that you feel like you should do, or you're just having a hard time, say, you know what, I'm having a hard time today, and I need a little break, or I need this, or just, anyway, find little ways to just practice being vulnerable. And all that is really is you're just being real. So let's be real today, and have a good Sunday.